Hello, I welcome you all in the video number 2 on the topic pharmaceuticals. So in this video we are going to discuss the synthesis of 4 drugs, and in video number 3 we will discuss the remaining 2 synthesis of the synthesis of drugs and the sulfa drugs and their action. So in video number 1 of pharmaceutical we have discussed 3 points mainly. First is the introduction of pharmaceuticals, second one is the classification of drugs based on different points, and the third point that we have discussed was the qualities of ideal drugs. So in this video let us discuss synthesis of some important drugs and their uses. Let me zoom this one first. So the first drug is the paludrine, and its synthesis involves 3 steps. The first step is diazotization of parachloroaniline. So the parachloroaniline is the starting compound, and its diazotization reaction is carried out by using sodium nitrite, that is NaNO2, in presence of hydrochloric acid at 273 Kelvin temperature, that is at 0 degrees Celsius, which results into the formation of compound number 1, which is a diazonium chloride compound, number 1. So this is the step number 1 in the synthesis of paludrine. In second step, the compound 1, which is obtained in step number 1, is condensed with cyanogonidine to get compound number 2. So compound number 1, ClC6H4N2Cl plus H2N C double bond NHCN, which is called as a cyanogonidine. So the condensation of compound number 1 with cyanogonidine eliminates nitrogen molecule N2, there is elimination of N2, as well as hydrochloric acid HCl is also eliminated. As a result, we obtain compound number 2. So this compound number 2 is the condensed product of compound number 1 with cyanogonidine. In the third step of the synthesis of paludrine, the compound number 2, which is obtained in step number 2, is condensed with isopropylamine in presence of copper sulfate to form paludrine. So in this third step, you are getting the expected product, that is paludrine. How it is obtained? Compound number 2 on condensation with isopropylamine H2NCH twice. These two compounds undergo condensation in presence of copper sulfate, and as a result we get the condensed product, and that is nothing but the paludrine. So this is the synthesis of paludrine, which involves 3 steps. Let me repeat. First one is the diazotization of parachloroaniline ClC6H4NH2 on reaction with NaNO2 and HCl at 273 Kelvin temperature. It forms compound number 1, ClC6H4N2Cl. In step number 2, this compound number 1 undergo condensation with cyanogonidine to get compound number 2, and this compound number 2 in step number 3 condenses with isopropylamine in presence of copper sulfate to obtain paludrine as a product. Now what is the use of this paludrine drug? It is used as an anti-malarial drug. So MCQ questions, paludrin is used for dash dash purpose, or paludrin is a dash dash type of drug. So you should remember it is anti-malarial drug. Now let's move to the synthesis of a second compound, that is ethambutol. So this is ethambutol, synthesis of ethambutol. It is an anti-tubercular drug and its synthesis involves 2 steps. So let me zoom this so that you can observe the reactions or the steps clearly. In the step number 1, 2-aminobutanol is synthesized. So synthesis of 2-aminobutanol is the first step, and the starting compound used for this is nitropropane, CH3CH2CH2NO2 plus formaldehyde, CH2O. In presence of NaOH, there is formation of 2-nitrobutanol. This 2-nitrobutanol on reaction with iron in presence of sulfuric acid followed by calcium hydroxide, it forms 2-aminobutanol. So this is the step number 1 in the synthesis of ethambutol. Step number 2 involves condensation of 2-aminobutanol with 1,2-dichloroethane. So in this step, 2 molecules of 2-aminobutanol condenses with 1,2-dichloroethane with the elimination of 2 HCl hydrochloric acid molecules to form ethambutol. Just there is elimination of H from NH2 group of 1 molecule of 2-aminobutanol and chlorine from 1,2-dichloroethane. Similarly, the hydrogen from second molecule of 2-aminobutanol and Cl from 1,2-dichloroethane eliminates in the form of HCl. In this way, 2 HCl molecules get eliminated during this condensation. As a result, we obtain this ethambutol. So to remember this synthesis, you should remember the structure of starting compounds. Once you remember the structure of starting compounds, it will be easy to write the structures of the products. So this is the synthesis of ethambutol. Now what is the use of this ethambutol? It is used in its dihydrochloride salt form along with other anti-tubercular drugs in pulmonary tuberculosis. So remember, this ethambutol is used in pulmonary tuberculosis in its dihydrochloride salt form along with other anti-tubercular drugs. The third synthesis is synthesis of isoniazide. It is also called as isonicotinic acid hydrazide or Rimifan. So these are the different names of isoniazide: isonicotinic acid hydrazide or Rimifan. Now let us see the synthesis of this isoniazide. Now here you should remember the basic chemical transformations, basic reactions that will be useful in this synthesis, provided you should remember the structure of the starting compound. So the starting compound used in the synthesis of isoniazide is paramethylpyridine. See the structure: paramethylpyridine. This on oxidation, that methyl group CH3, which is called as methyl group, get oxidized. Let me zoom this one. CH3 group get oxidized to COOH group. So that is the only chemical change occurs during this oxidation. Then this isonicotinic acid on esterification, that is with reaction on reaction with ethanol C2H5OH and HCl, it forms an ester. Again see the change, COOH group is converted into COOC2H5, that is ester group, and this ester on reaction with hydrazine NH2NH2, that is nothing but the hydrazine, where there is elimination of one ethanol molecule, that is C2H5OH, and there is formation of isoniazide. And see the change, COOC2H5 of ester is transformed or converted into CONH NH2, which is nothing but the isoniazide. Now what is the use of this isoniazide? It is an anti-tubercular drug and used to cure dangerous tuberculosis. So this is the synthesis and uses of isoniazide. Now let us see the synthesis of benzocaine, the fourth drug, synthesis of benzocaine. This benzocaine is synthesized from PABA, PABA. So what is this PABA? Para-amino benzoic acid. Para-amino benzoic acid. In short, it is called as PABA by esterification. So the starting compound used in the synthesis of benzocaine is the PABA, para-amino benzoic acid. So it is a one-step synthesis. But how that PABA is obtained? So PABA can be obtained from para-nitrobenzoic acid. So we can go to the starting compound, which is called as para-nitrobenzoic acid, NO2C6H4COOH. So this on reduction by using tin and hydrochloric acid, SN and HCl, it forms para-amino benzoic acid, which is called as PABA. And this PABA on esterification, that is on reaction with C2H5OH ethanol and HCl hydrochloric acid, there is formation of benzocaine. Now see the difference in the structures of PABA and benzocaine. In PABA there is a COOH group, whereas in benzocaine COOC2H5 group is there instead of COOH group. COOH group is converted, COOH group of PABA is converted into COOC2H5 in benzocaine. Now what is the use of this benzocaine? This benzocaine is used as a local anesthetic which reduces pains or discomfort by minor skin irritation, sore throat, sunburn, teething pains, insect bites, etc. So this benzocaine is used as a local anesthetic. So here we have completed the synthesis of 4 drugs. So you should remember these synthesis and the uses of these drugs. In the video number 3 we will discuss the remaining part of this topic. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you very much.